he have all these excuses why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about business, then you doing good business. If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. Honest, that was my motivation fight. You know, it's crazy and it makes me laugh. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, he got that in the back of his head. This guy, for one, he's tough. For two, he's a boxer. He moves, he can punch, he can do it all. I can't slip up and lose to this little guy.
Music, he have all these excuses why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about business, then you doing good business. If I'm easy work, I heard him saying I'm easy work. If I was easy work, would you would take all that money that he's offering you, but yet and still he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. Honest, that was my motivation. Fight, it's crazy. And it makes me laugh. So there's this buzz going around that Terence Crawford has finally decided to speak out about Canelo Alvarez. And it's shaking things up in a private behind-the-scenes conversation. Crawford let it slip that Canelo might be avoiding a fight with him. Yet, you heard that right, Canelo isn't too keen on stepping into the ring with Crawford. Why? Maybe because he knows Crawford's a serious threat. Crawford's been on fire lately, and the thought of these two facing off, it's got fans on the edge of their seats. But according to some, Canelo's camp might be holding back. Allegedly, they're not exactly rushing to make this fight happen. And people are starting to wonder if Canelo's really up for the challenge. Now, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel to be updated to our latest videos. This isn't just coming out of nowhere, though. Crawford's been making moves, and his name's been everywhere in the boxing world. And Canelo, well, he's got a legacy to protect. Could it be that he's playing it safe now? Before you get too hyped, remember, imagine the headlines: Crawford versus Canelo, two of the biggest names in boxing going toe-to-toe. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. Maybe Canelo will step up, or maybe Crawford's just getting started with the mind games. Either way, this is a story that's just getting started. What do you think? Could Canelo really be dodging Crawford, or is this just some strategic hype building? Let's keep our eyes peeled and see what happens next. Some people are saying that Crawford's comments weren't just off-the-cuff remarks. Oh no, allegedly, he's been holding on to these thoughts for a while, and now he's decided to let the world know what's really going on behind closed doors. See, when a fighter like Crawford, who's been on an unstoppable streak, starts calling out someone like Canelo, it's serious. He's not the type to just talk for the sake of it. If he's putting it out there that Canelo might be ducking him, that's bound to get everyone talking. And let's be real, fans love this kind of drama. It's the stuff that fuels boxing rivalries and makes the sport so electrifying. But here's the thing, Canelo's no pushover. He's got a reputation as one of the toughest fighters out there. So for Crawford to suggest that he's avoiding him, that's a bold claim. And if it's true, it could mean that Canelo sees something in Crawford that makes him a little uneasy. Or maybe Canelo is just being strategic. After all, he's been in the game long enough to know that timing is everything. Maybe he's just waiting for the right moment to strike, letting Crawford think he's got the upper hand before coming in with a knockout blow. But here's what we know for sure: the idea of these two going at it is something fans can't stop talking about. Could you imagine? The arena would be electric, the stakes couldn't be higher, and both fighters would be fighting not just for a win, but for their legacies. Oracle event with Canelo? Not really, because I'm so focused on the job at hand that I'm not thinking about Canelo. Canelo gotta fight. Why would I be thinking about him? What do you think of the Berlanga fight? I think he stops Berlanga. I think Banger's head over his the heels with this fight. I think Berlanga could be a great champion someday. someday. I just think right now, Canelo is just too much for him. Very rarely do we see a man. I know this fight's at 154, but that fight with Canelo, if it happened, would be at 168, go up 2 divisions, and win an MH. Why is it different in Terence Crawford's case? Cause skills pay the bills, and I got the skills to pay him. But you're a pleasure. I'm not going to call you Lisa again. Thank you very much for your time. All the best come Saturday night. It's a real privilege. Thank you. As we wait to see what happens, there's no doubt that this rumored tension between Crawford and Canelo is going to keep fans on edge, whether it's just talk or the beginning of something epic. One thing's for sure, we're all going to be watching closely. So what's next? Will Canelo come out and respond, or will Crawford keep pushing until the pressure is too much to ignore? Stay tuned. This story is far from over as we wait to see what happens. There's no doubt that this rumored tension between Crawford and Canelo is going to keep fans on edge, whether it's just talk or the beginning of something epic. One thing's for sure, we're all going to be watching closely. So what's next? Will Canelo come out and respond, or will Crawford keep pushing until the pressure is too much to ignore? Stay tuned. This story is far from over. They weren't just some casual remarks. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168. Your weight, no catch weight, no none of that. And dethrone you, so you know he got that in the back of his head. You know this guy, for one, he's tough. For two, he's a boxer. He moves, he can punch, he can do it all. I can't slip up and lose to this little guy. It's like he's dropping breadcrumbs, leading us all into something much bigger, allegedly. He's been hinting at this for a while, and now it's finally bubbling to the surface. Imagine being in Crawford's shoes, dominating in the ring, making a name for yourself. And then, when you're ready for the biggest challenge, you're met with silence that's got to sting, right? But it's also fuel. It's what turns a great fighter into a legend. And that's exactly what Crawford seems to be aiming for. Canelo, on the other hand, he's a beast, no doubt about it. But if the rumors are true, and he's dodging this fight, it raises a lot of questions. Is he playing the long game? Is he protecting his record? Or is he genuinely concerned about facing Crawford? These are the questions that are starting to swirl around in the boxing community, and you know what this kind of speculation is like oxygen for fight fans. They're eating it up, analyzing every move, every word now. Some insiders are saying that Canelo might be waiting for the perfect moment, when the fight would bring in the most money, the most attention. It's a classic move, right? Build up the tension, get everyone talking, and then bam, announce the fight when everyone's dying to see it. And honestly, from a business perspective, it makes sense, but from a fan's perspective, man, we're impatient. We want to see these two throw down now. And let's not forget the mental game. If Crawford's out here suggesting that Canelo's avoiding him, that's not just about setting up a fight, that's psychological warfare. He's planting seeds of doubt, not just in Canelo's mind, but in the minds of everyone watching. It's like he's saying, I'm ready, are you? And that's powerful. But here's the twist. Canelo's camp is allegedly not too happy about these rumors. Word on the street is that they're feeling the heat and might be preparing to come out and address the situation. Imagine if Canelo steps up, says he's ready, and calls Crawford's bluff. Come out, that'll work. If so, yeah, you're in. So if the numbers were right with Crawford, you'll do it. Why not? I think Crawford, don't give me groan. He's a great fighter, MH. But for me in my weight class, it's an easy fight for me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in, because you know I don't like to fight guys like Crawford, because move a lot and the fight is not that great, MH. I saw CRA for the last fight, and he don't move that much now. So as if the money is right, right now. How do you think he then? What will my fans think of me? What my Mexican people think of me? So you know it's a big risk for him. Like he said, he don't get nothing out of it, but he does get a lot of it out of, none of those guys was pound for pound best fighter in the world that he fought when they was coming up in weight. None of those guys, he wasn't getting the amount of money I threw at him guaranteed for those guys that he's getting with me. So it just goes to show the level of respect I look at as respect that he give me. I don't look at as disrespect. I look at the level of respect that he think of me as a fighter that would be a mic drop moment, right? It would flip the script completely and turn this whole situation into an even bigger spectacle. And you know what else? The stakes here aren't just about who's the better fighter, it's about legacy. Both of these guys have so much on the line. For Crawford, it's about proving he can take on and beat the best of the best. For Canelo, it's about solidifying his place as one of the greatest of all time. And that's why this potential matchup has everyone on the edge of their seats. Now, let's talk about the fans for a second. They're hungry for this. You can see it all over social media. People are allegedly already picking sides, debating who would win if these two ever square off. Oh, with all the antics that Canelo is doing and saying in the media and whatnot about the size, and he won't get no credit and all this a type of things. But Canelo been fighting smaller guys his whole career. Canelo been making his own catch weight for years. You know, Canelo fought a smaller Mayweather. Canelo fought a smaller Amir, not Amir Khan. But yeah, Amir Khan. He did at 155 Amir Khan.